What's happening, fellas? It's your boy Hardcorn. We're back at it again, but this time we're playing some Devil May Cry 5. Ooh, it's a new game. Been really into this lately, so I wanted to go make a series of videos about it. But let's get right into it. This has really consumed my thoughts and emotions for the last, I think, 2 weeks. I haven't gotten very far, but like when I heard the DLC for Vergil came out, so I was like, you know what, I want to go play this. I'm going to really commit myself to do it, and I did. And now I want to share with you the fruits of my labor. So let's get started. Now, I don't know very much about the story of this because I skip all the cutscenes and I don't really give a shit because this is all combat for me. And thankfully, Mr. Vergil skips all of that stuff, so it's a win-win for me. Well, not so much for you. But let's get started. Now this game is really fun. It actually lets you have non-standard game overs. You can interrupt the entire flow of the story really easily, and that's fun. I like it when games let you do that.
A little longer.
Oh, it burped.
You need something? What is it? You hungry? Well, you're in luck, pal, because food's ready. Kitty always makes too much. Hope you like loud talkers, too, because you got a pair of those upstairs. You see something you like?
That's the thing I really have a complaint with this in this game is that everything looks nice. Like the texturing on like Nero's coat, and, you know, Vergil's clothes, and Dante's, and everyone else's looks fine. Like the models that they use for the mocapping and all that sort of stuff, like they're just really uncanny sometimes. Like I know Nero is supposed to be in like his 20s, but my God, right there, he looks like he's 45 years old. Like, I can't get it out of my head. Dude looks like he seriously needs to, you know, get some Just for Men or just a touch of gray, something. Oh my God, look at the detail on the handle of the katana. The Yamato. It looks so good. You can see every ridge and detail of the cordage. It's so nice. That's the RE engine at work. Same shit they use for Resident Evil 7 too. That game looks pretty nice at some parts. Looks rightfully gross too. And there we go, the big man himself. He's showing his age, but he doesn't admit it. And of course, picking the EX color. Here's original, of course, but frankly, he just looks way better when his blues are less muted. Can do the prologue. Now the prologue's not very interesting at all. It's a fairly straight line. Gives me a chance to really mess around and show you the movement tricks you can do. Like, Vergil doesn't get to double jump. I think that's a thing that's been since he's been introduced in 3. He can't double jump, but he has air trick, so he can get like 1.5 jumps. And he can do that. He's actually very, very, very strong. Like, incredibly so. Like, my goodness. He only has 3 items. He's always had 3. But in those 3 items, he manages to make the most of it. And absolutely just tears the shit out of everything in his path.
Now you go to hell. It's over.
Like, you couldn't hurt him if you tried. Look at that smug motherfucker. He's just like, I've solved the formula. I've ripped your head off and served it on you with a silver platter. Oh, look at that. He has a ranged attack that's his strongest move is a ranged attack. How often can you say that in a game that's based on melee? Of course, it gives me ass for style points because, well, I'm defeating them as fast as possible. Oh, it was too short right there. I got Urzen. No, I'm burping like nobody's business. Get out of there, Vergil! Hurry! Oh boy. There you go. Get it in there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that fucking hop around like it's nobody's business. They really have some fun. Oh, wow. This is one of those, wow, okay, that was pretty cool. If you're supposed to lose here, but I don't like losing here. Because now I know what to do, and it's more satisfying to win. But the thing is, like, everything does a shitload of damage to you because you're supposed to die. And I don't want to die. I want to live. He's really not making that easy. There we go. We got him. Damn it. Oh, I fucked it up. You can one cycle him real easy. Oh, I don't want to fuck this up. Not here. Not now. Not now. Oh, damn it, I lost. Well, in this case, I won, but isn't that a load of shit, isn't it? Oh my lord. Oh well, at least we got to go to the next level. Because if you defeat Urizen right there, because the whole point of this game is to defeat him, and when you do it on the very first encounter, or the second or the third time you face him, guess what happens? The game ends. Who would have thought? Isn't that amazing? They thought of that if you're so skilled enough to actually beat him on your first run. You're supposed to lose, and then you go for your shonen training arc and just get bulked up. And frankly, that's I don't know what else happens besides that. I think that a few other things happen too, but I don't really care about that. I just like going around as Vergil and smacking people with his weapons. And Nips over there know how to cook up a good tune and make up a fun game. Because it's Devil May Cry. Don't get your panties in a twist over something like this. There's nothing. I don't give a shit about what Dante's motivations is. Actually, more than anything, I don't like him very much. Because it's like, he's funny. Good job, Dante. That's about all I can say to him. That's all I can say that's about nice to him. You were sneaky little snake. Running away from me like that over there. Not gonna have it. Ooh, wow. I went all the way up the side of the mountain. That was cool. The game is very rewarding. It feels good to do anything in this. Well, for the most part. Though, personally, like, I could never really get too far into these games solely because it's like they don't... Like, enemies feel like punching bags most of the time. Like, and that is so true. Like, look at this. Like, I just took off a quarter of its health, and I didn't even do... I barely did anything. It's, eventful, but not the best.
Now just go to hell. It's over.
Activate it. Bombed. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shredded them to bits. I don't think I'm gonna get the no damage on this one. I think I took damage much earlier. Yeah. Oh yeah, I took damage on the very beginning of the fight. But that's what it's a really good example of Vergil's strongest attack. His judgment cuts. They're ranged attacks that hit multiple times. They stun, and they can knock down enemies too. It's the perfect move. Like, the only time you could ever do something like that with Dante, V, and Nero is with these high-cost, slow moves. But with, now with Nero, not Nero, now with Vergil, you can just spam the fucking shit out of that like I just didn't win. In fact, it's the fastest method to do anything in this game. But if you want style points, you can't do that all the time. And frankly, it's just so fun to do because if you can nail the perfect ones have a different timing and they do much more damage and are a lot faster. But it's like, man, nailing 3 of those in a row is like, it's like a godsend. You feel good. It's the feel-good game of the year. Look at that, I just tore the shit out of him. I just stood in one spot. He can do that in every iteration of the game he's in. And of course, air and ground versions have different timings. But I think one does more damage and has higher style value. And the other one is the ground is less strict, but worth less. The ground is has higher timing, but is worth more. Like, I know you can't see it right now, but I am crushing the shit out of my controller because it's the only way my muscles know that I have to get this timing down right to do as much damage as possible. Like, it's... Like, I've been practicing this all day. Yeah, I was getting ready for you guys. And because I knew I had guests coming over, I had to get ready. Like, I'm crushing the shit out of this, and I keep practicing this more and more, I'm going to destroy my controller. Because I don't want to relax the timing. Because it's... Look at that. Torn up. Can't even hurt me. Hey-ya! Like, the judgment cut is that good. Those enemies can block, and they can block, But the thing is, like, when they're blocking, they can, you know, if you overwhelm the block, they'll, you know, lose their guard, but you'll also be most likely in a, not in a stunned state, and they'll be in a stunned state as well. But the thing is, it's like, you're far enough away for anyone to retaliate. Like that was no problem right there. I just stood there, none of them could touch me. This is also why I prefer playing as Vergil a lot, because his moveset is a much smaller. I can do a whole lot more with him. No, you can do more with Dante and Nero. They have a lot more tools compared to how they were in 4. But the thing is, it's like, everybody got new stuff. But I like the much more conciseness that is Vergil and 4 Nero. Because their play styles are, they just feel way better to do. Because, like, Dante is literally too big brain for me to handle. Like, I'm literally sitting there like, oh god, I want to trick forward and do a trick dodge to the side, table hopper or some shit like that. But I can't. I can't do that because Dante has to switch to Trickster when I'm in Swordmaster, Gunslinger, Broilguard or something like that in order to dodge. You can do this nice slow ass dodge. The side A and all that. Nero has that too, but it's way better. And frankly, I just can't get behind that. I personally stand by that 3 is the best iteration of Dante. I like that you can customize the entire loadout of him to make him have a total of 4 items instead of just the 4 to 6 you can have right now. That's something I really like, but I just can't handle. Like, Nero just has, not Nero, Vergil has so much about him that just feels good to do. Like this smaller style, this conciseness, it feels good to do anything in here, and frankly, I applaud that. It is and it's the only reason I ever come back and play these games is because Vergil's in it. Yeah, he's got, you know, the funny, oh, he's gonna do the motivation things, you know, oh, judgment cut, oh, he's gonna hit the shit out of you, oh, that was so cool. Like, yeah, but at the end of the day, my god, he's fucking better than Dante to me. If you're wondering why this is so dark right now, it's I changed the color settings from RGB to this other one that was in the menu, and it makes everything look dark as shit all the time. And frankly, it's quite a good look. I like it a lot. I think this is the same kind of stuff that they use for Resident Evil. The same lighting, or the same color. I changed the colors, that's it. I changed the colors in there. So this is probably the sort of colors they use in Resident Evil, because this really reminds me of it. It's super de-duper. Super de-duper dark and looks really good. I like the rendering, and I like the shading a lot. It reminds me of Devil May Cry 1. When you're hopping around the mansion. That's a did you know gaming moment. Did you know that Devil May Cry 1 was supposed to be Resident Evil 4? But then Resident Evil 4 became something else? I hate that shit so much. It's like, take your fucking shit ass Reddit post and go somewhere else. And here's something really, really cool I found the other day. Well, this nice vista. I've seen it before many times, but frankly, this is a lot better view. This place has a lot better view of this vista. Vergil's air taunt conserves his forward momentum, so you can do shit like get onto this. Same with what is it? Same with Nero's too. Yay! It's free orbs. Sometimes people don't know about that, and it's really, really cool to get up here. Like, look at that. I wonder if I can get over here. Oh, I can. Oh, this is wonderful. Who are you? Oh, God. Scaring the shit out of me, you gross fuck. Alright. I wonder, can I do it? No, invisible wall. Alright. I was wondering if I could do a sequence break there. Because there's a couple of times you can do that. And some other times it requires you to do a very specific set of glitches to get out of bounds and do any meaningful stuff like that. Like, I remember I watched the world record speedrun of regular mode for this game, where you play as the DMC crew, and the fastest method to get through these levels is to not only die and use continues, but to go out of bounds and skip everything with him. Fighting with him is the biggest fucking chore in the game. I hate it so much that I dropped the entire game after I finished it the first time. I can't stand playing as him. And to learn that the fastest method with him is to not play as him, essentially, is frankly wonderful. It's cathartic in the best sense of the word. Now we got Goliath here. Yeah, this big idiot doesn't know what to do against ranged attacks. Easy. Didn't even get out of the church. Had a confessional in there with him. He confided me in some information that he sucks at life and needed to die. And I gave him that. No damage! Oh my god! Holy shit, that's never happened before. Oh my god. That's great. Oh wow. That's fantastic. I've never gotten a no damage until now. I'm glad I got it on camera for you guys so you can see that. It's like, oh, it's fantastic. These first few levels, though, are a real slog. Because, like, after this is mission 3, so now we get these slow points. And frankly, I just want to complete them as fast as possible because I hate fighting these stupid bats. Like, it is so tiresome to do that. Because, like, missions 3, 4, and 5, yeah, and 6. 3 through 6 are, Nero and Vergil, not Vergil. They're Nero and V levels. And frankly, they're not too great. I forget where I'm supposed to go. I think I'm supposed to go over here to this. There we go. What is it? If I remember correctly, Dante doesn't appear in the game until he does the same thing he did in 4, where he doesn't appear until halfway through the game. But the thing is, you can't play as Dante the entire time. You still have to go do V levels. You still gotta go do Nero levels. And frankly, I really want to play as Dante, and I don't want to play as anybody else. This is a fucking deal breaker for me. And frankly, this makes it a weaker entry in the series for me. Oh god. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, it's like, I want to play all the fucking levels as them. As one person. This is why I always like playing as Vergil, because it's always the same. Wait, it's not always the same. It's that... Damn it. I can play the fucking game as one character. I don't have to worry about switching up play styles or having to get uncomfortable. I can learn. I can spend a lot of time doing that in the levels. And to think that 5 is supposed to be the end of the story of the Sparta brothers. To think we've had 20-something years of this game. This released in 2001. Can you believe that? Well, not 5, of course, but oh wow, 2. I didn't even notice that. Get back here. I'm gonna defeat you. I'm gonna slap the tits right off of you. Shazoom! Easy. But to think, we've had 20 years of Devil May Cry. It's also been 20-something years of that stuff. And it's still just okay. This is a series that has a lot of ups and downs too. It's like, wow. I cannot believe that this is such a prolific franchise, and yet it gets treated so weird. Like, not only is it like well respected in some regards, but oh, I'm burping. But it gets weird treatment from the company itself. Like, I remember reading stuff about 4 back in like 2007, and that was like, and I remember reading that and like, this game, I was like, oh my god, this game looks so cool. I'm like, this looks awesome. It's so... Oh, now story time. The first time I ever learned about Devil May Cry was about this from this kid. We'll call him Jason. Jason was this kid who rode my bus, and he was, you know, this little edgy anime fucker over there, and he's like, dude, like, I was playing this game I rented the other day from like Movie Gallery, and like they had, it's like, it's got demons and shit, and this guy's like super cool. I'm like, oh, like, whoa, what's the game? I'm like, it's like called Devil May Cry. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's got devils and shit inside. It's like super cool. It's like, don't tell nobody though. It's like an M-rated game. It's like, but my dad's cool. He lets me play it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go play SpongeBob because I got a GameCube. And I didn't play it for years and years after that. I didn't know what it was because I didn't get a PlayStation 2 until like middle school, years after it was relevant. So when I finally got to play Devil May Cry 3, well, they were all on PlayStation 2, but I played 3 first, and frankly, it's not too bad of a first entry to play in, because 1 and 2 are personally what I will call very divisive. They both bring concepts to the table that are used to this day. Like, most people don't know that Rebellion doesn't come from, like, 3. It comes from 2. It's first introduced in 2, but it first appears in 1. Not in 1, but in 3. Because 3's chronologically... This whole fucking series is full of shit like that. That's why they probably ended the Sparta Brothers story right then and there. Like, there's some aspects in 2 that I would really like to see return, and I know that they won't because they really don't consider this 2 as a part of the series at all, or they like to involve it as little as possible. And frankly, I wish they would sometimes, because it has one of the things I like in it a lot is Dante always has a whole bunch of like high-powered weaponry, and he has only one set of small arms. He has the SMG in that, and I liked it a lot. I liked certain things about 2 a lot. This is now turning a triad about 2 as a whole. Because frankly, I wish it was better. I wish it was finished like 4. But getting back on the 4 story. Like, I had heard about that. I ended up seeing like an article in like Game Informer or something like that about Devil May Cry 4. I'm like, oh, 4, that looks great. I want to play that. That looks really fun. And then, like, I remember I bought the game on Xbox 360, and I was like, it was so mediocre. I wanted to get my money back, but I kept it anyways because it's a game, and I'm in middle school. I don't have my license yet or anything to go buy that, and I'm like 12 years old. I'm like, I'm afraid to go shop online. I'm 12 years old in like 2008. So I'm like, I don't want to buy online. Mom's gonna get mad at me. It's stuff like that. So like, I didn't even realize that 4 flopped so hard, but I can understand why it did, because man, what the fuck happened in there? There's some concepts in there that I really, really like. Same with each one of these. Oop. You ain't getting me, Artemis. Artemis foul. Artemis with the foul stench. Jackpot. Vergil making his Vergil noises. Gotta be careful. Ooh, baby. You are done like dinner. Yeah, I just spent this whole fucking first episode going on a triad about the Devil May Cry series as a whole. I'm like, I like this game. Oh wow, another no damage. Oh my god. Like, I just really wish this game, you could play as Vergil from the start, and they don't have to make a special edition for it. Because I really don't like playing as Dante for the most part. Like, I wish this little asshole would take his stuff seriously sometimes. It's like, but frankly, he has his moments, and by God, they work. In 3, they're really fitting. Especially, like, you know, when he's like, what is it? In the very beginning, when he's in his office, and the store gets attacked. Like, this party's back to a little crazy. Like that. That's fun. He keeps that entire demeanor going on for like the rest of the series forward. And I'm like, he can get serious, but it just doesn't feel serious from him. Because I know it's like there's a juxtaposition of like he's Dante. He's making his funny haha crazy uncle noises. I'm like, maybe that's why it works. Maybe that's why Dante works, is because there is Vergil. Because Vergil exists and he's the straight man, the funny man who does the crazy spin and shoots. Maybe that's why it works. Oh, pile them up. Fantastic. That's probably why it works. But frankly, I just can't get behind it. I can't get behind him like I can get behind Vergil and just go, he's serious and he can actually execute, and he's not going to lose. That's what I like. I like a man who can get results. This whole section is skippable. You don't ever have to do. Oh wow. Okay. I nailed the timing on that. Bam! Some good ass hits. I don't think you can collect blue orbs as well. Blue orbs from secret missions, that is. Fill up my bar. I don't do that often enough. Because this is a fun game. I can feel myself as I get better. I get more relaxed. This is also a game I don't have to worry too hard about. Like, I know in Killer 7, that game I had to really be on my toes a lot, and I couldn't save very much because I have to concentrate and focus because I have less control inside of it, and that's what makes it really difficult to really talk over, because talking over video games, that's a full-time job. Don't ever let anybody tell you that. Get a real job, guys. It's hard work. It's hard work talking over video games. Boink. I have to be careful when I do a whole bunch of judgment cuts and I hold the targeting button down, because sometimes it accidentally hits the weapon switch and I'm suddenly left in the air just mashing Y and falling to my death. And frankly, that's something I'm trying to avoid. I don't like falling to my death. It's counterintuitive to what I'm trying to accomplish. Oh yeah, here's the other Nidhogg hatchling. Because you need to have both of them to open up the door to get to the secret mission here. We're not doing the secret missions. I'll get that out of the way. Frankly, I don't like doing them. This is just me hanging out with you guys and playing some Devil May Cry and showing off the fruits of my labor and practice. Now we're gonna get to one of my least favorite bosses in the game. It's the what's it called? It's like, it's not Nidhogg. It's like I don't want to say it because it's got that new sound. It's got that N-word vibe inside, and I don't want to fuck that up and get my channel taken down for incoherent racism. That's the last thing I need is an up-and-comer. Oh God. That's really the difference also between normal and higher difficulties. These enemies are incredibly docile. That faraway guy, he just stood there the entire time. Also, enemies are actually reactive to what stuff's going on with your character. Like if you have you have spiral swords out around Vergil, the enemies Nidhogg, that's what it's called. If you have spiral swords out, the enemies will actually walk away from you. Well, there goes my no damage, but frankly I just want to get this guy over with. Like low-level enemies will actually like go away from you, and it's actually quite interesting. There's a lot of enemy behavior manipulation like that it makes encounters either easier or harder, depending on how much you're doing it. Let's see if I can get this. Good hit. Ooh. Oh, God, you hit me with the top of your fucking head. What kind of absolute horseshit is this? That's it, I'm turning on Devil Trigger. It's game over, old man. Look at that, easy as pie. The number that is. Yeah, I gotta be on stylish. I don't care, old man. You big foreskin ass motherfucker over here. Oh yeah, here's another complaint I have about the game. It's not called Force Edge anymore. It's called Mirage Edge. I'm like, why? I mean, frankly, I would have really liked if the what is it? Frankly, I would have really liked if Force Edge had the blue glow of Mirage Edge like this as an upgrade, but that's not happening. From what I remember, though, Force Edge is destroyed or something like that. Something happened to it that neither brother can use it anymore. It's something like that, but I don't know. I'm no Devil May Cry historian, and I don't want to be. I'm just here to go beat up people. I just want to beat up people as the serious man. Because Vergil's the nerdy, not the nerdy, but it's he's the student council president, who's also apparently pretty fucking jacked for some reason. He's like, I'm not going to be pushed around anymore. I have mastered the katana and I will take you down. Just you wait. You said no to me, but I'm gonna make you say no forever. He's nothing like that. Oh God, he gets fucking laid. Bye. Peace, bitch. I don't know if that does anything, like defeating the Gilgamesh tentacles preemptively. Does it make them stop spawning or something like that? Okay, I can't do that anymore. Did it hit him? Look at that. Here we go. I forget who Vergil's voice actor is, like Jonathan Southworth or something like that. It's been the same one for years. If I remember correctly, it's like him and Dante's also do all the mocap for it too. They're troopers. You gotta love them. They reprise their role every single time. Every single time they're introduced, they love them. They love those guys to death. I mean, how can you not love Vergil or Dante? They're two halves to a whole, and frankly, they're the best parts about each other. Go upstairs, go downstairs, going up the sideways stairs. There's a secret mission. I'm not doing that. Descending misery. I forget what these enemies are called. They're like Mother Brood or whatever. They look like the things from StarCraft. The Mutalisks or something. They're just big-ass praying mantises that do a shitload of damage when they get enraged. That's something you really want to avoid with those. Because they hit hard, and they appear very often. Something I really don't like. In higher difficulties they appear, and they're very, very common, along with those teleporting dudes. There's an enemy compendium in here that tells me the names of all these, but I don't remember. Frankly, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble remembering them. Like, that's the same case with Beautiful Joe. Is that that's a game I've played an incredible amount of time into, and only like after the 30th time I've played through the game I actually know the enemies' names. And even then, I still get them mixed up. That's how little effort I put into remembering the names of these things. Yeah, that's another thing. I do not want to let those little bastards right here get filled with blood, because then, like a real praying mantis, she eats her mates, and she gets into DT mode, which is all that blood form or whatever. And she's so fast and so powerful. It's like she has brown bricks or something inside her body. On higher difficulties right here in this spot, like 4 of these little spiny bastards will come up. And they're just really big punching bags. And that's another, we'll get into that later. But they're just like, they're so fucking fun to hit. And they're extremely docile for the most part because they have a massive wind-up on their attacks. So you can just wail on them and just pick up 5 of them with Vergil's forward attack. And do a shitload of damage with them. Super easy to get triple S in there and make this whole encounter like way easier. It's fun. Who would have known? But that's the thing that I've come to learn over time as I play more of these games, that normal encounters aren't very hard, outside of like 4 or 5 instances with like tough enemies and special stuff. They're not too hard. Enemies are mostly punching bags is the moment you learn them. Like you learn one counter against them and then they're fucking done. Wow. Activate, 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 come on! He did not even attack a single time. That is how powerful judgment cuts are. No damage again. Unbelievable. This is incredible. This is a wonderful day for me. But with that, with the first 5 missions down and a real feel for how this is going to go, I'm going to leave you off here, and I'll see you guys next time.